This is in an answer to a good question, my friend, about the bird and the storm. Now, as for the bird and the storm, this is the answer back. Birds and storms, yeah, passive acquiescence, yeah, as opposed to strength of will. Now, that's one aspect of Darwinism, where the environment, supposedly inanimate storm, shapes the animate bird population. Well, explain this, amigo. A dog, right, lives by the sea. Oh, and after millions of years, his descendants have become whales. Now, what in the ancient dog's physiology, DNA, etc., was able to discern, analyze, evaluate its environment, and choose to lose its hair, mutate its paws into flippers, and move its breathing holes onto the top of its head? And surely something within the dog had to adapt, choose, according to its surroundings. Now, what's more amazing is the fact that the ancient dog didn't spend his day thinking, oh, I must grow flippers over the next 10 million years. Now, your Stormberg argument, right, presupposes there being lots of ancient seashore dogs, some with nostrils on the tops of their heads, and these survived in the water, whilst those with normal dog nostrils or dog nostril arrangements drowned, which is not, according to Darwin and paleontologists, how dolphins and whales came into existence. They tell us that these sea mammals excuse me, descended from a single ancient dog-like creature which adapted to its environment over time. Now, you would argue that individual members of that species just spontaneously, by chance, threw up mutations which were beneficial to the individual. Its nose slightly further back, which makes it a better swimmer, means it catches more fish, which then means it's more of an alpha male, which means it fucks more, produces more progeny, and then goes on the same process again and again after generation and generation, chance mutations with the nose going further back. Same, the ones that have shorter and shorter legs, more like flippers, chance mutation. Again, chance mutation, it has less fur, makes it a better swimmer, makes it more of an alpha male, and its progeny then survive. Well, I would argue that the chance mutation perhaps isn't chance at all. Now, hats off to Darwin, yeah? I mean, he could explain the mechanisms, yeah, and the aspects, some of the aspects of creation, but the absolute, yeah, the ordering principle, yeah, that which gives us function and form, stay with me, yeah? That which gives us function and form, whether that form, yeah, is quantum foam, is Big Bang, is subatomic particles, stroke waves, or DNA, yeah? That is the domain of the divine, unknowable, because a fundamental state or a particle, say like the Higgs boson, must have something underlying it, which then in turn has to have something underlying it, which in turn has something underlying it ad infinitum. No matter how small you get, you're always going to have something which is made of, which is smaller. Or no matter how far back you get to a previous primordial state, there must be a state previous to that. Just like the world must be surrounded by the universe, which must be surrounded by something like that. So you get back to infinity. Yeah? Now, you can chase your event horizon forever and ever, and make plenty of discoveries along the way, but you will never reach the end, because where one thing ends, another begins. Yeah? Now, here's the bigger picture. Organic and inorganic, animate and inanimate, subject, object, inside, outside, smaller, bigger, above, below, expansion, contraction, external, internal, beginning, end, are just opposite sides of the same coin. right? Try not to get too hung up in the smaller details. And finally, as concerns weather and storms, it's come to my attention that scientists have discovered microorganisms high in the stratosphere that are not found on the Earth, which someday they may announce play a part in weather, storm, creation. You never know.